Hello, Steve White, Triple 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, Stephen Barton is the composer for Star Trek Picard, and I don't know if it was him or Terry Matalas, one of them posted a little bit of him scoring the Titan. I think it's the Titan leaving space dock. We've seen a few long shots in the trailer, and from the fact that the video is avoiding the screen at all costs and just sort of looking around at the equipment, it looks like a fairly long shot sequence of the ship leaving space dock, and it sounds very James Horner-esque. It sounds very much like they're trying to get that mood and feel from Star Trek 2 and 3, particularly Star Trek 3, of course, which had a space dock scene. But it doesn't quite get it because it's not doing its own thing. It's trying to recapture something. I don't think it can, but it's interesting, and I appreciate the fact that they're trying, and the fact that he couldn't, put the camera on the screen means we might actually get a few shots of the ship, because one of the main problems with Discovery and Picard were someone at some point said no starship porn. That's just, the Star Trek fans like that too much. We can't give them that. We have to have short dark shots where you can't see anything and no sequences. But this is like a sequence in a space dock, which is presumably well lit, and it sounds like they're trying to give us, the feels from the Star Trek 3, space dock scenes, which were glorious and beautiful. But I don't know. I'm feeling a bit too cynical about season 3 at the moment to sort of invest in it. But it's a good sign that they're at least trying to go back to that. It's like they know what good Star Trek was, and they're trying to recreate it, or at least hint or make an homage to it, which gives me some hope, because if they actually know what good Star Trek is, there's some small chance they could actually stumble across some of their own. But I'm not really sure. But I just want to comment on it because I watched it. It was only about 30 seconds. And I mean, the Titan itself is an interesting throwback to the old movie designs, but some parts are a bit too clunky, and it's like they've merged some elements of the Next Generation style with the motion picture style, and they don't quite blend in one ship. But it still looks good in its own way, but they could have really made some parts more streamlined and more like, I think, the sort of late motion picture era, that's sort of my favourite era of Star Trek, I think. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. It did sound beautiful, but it was sort of like listening to, if anyone's listened to the cues from, the unused cues from Star Trek the Motion Picture, when, James Horner again, Jerry Goldsmith hadn't quite gotten it, and it's not quite there. That's kind of what it sounded like. It's sort of familiar, but didn't sort of have its own thing that grabbed you. But then again, it wasn't the whole piece. It was just a few seconds. So maybe they didn't give us, the best bit, or maybe they're not finishing it. That's why it doesn't work yet, because it hasn't quite clicked. I haven't quite got it. I don't know. I just found it worth commenting on. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.